But if the big one ever happened, I guarantee you they wouldn't be there.
Run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead. His name is Peter something. He's a terrible reporter. Quiet.
He didn't think he'd be kissing my ass. He really didn't.
You know, the arrogant would-be king is absolutely scared to death about losing his power and will do everything he can to hold on to it.
Somalian pirates have been replaced with Iranian pirates, it seems. You have Saudi Arabia that's avoiding the Strait of Hormuz, or soon to be renamed the Strait of Trump, by opening up an old pipeline. You have Robert De Niro is leading a No Kings protest in the United States, even though America doesn't have a king. I mean, what the hell is going on right now in the world? It's bananas. We're going to take a look at it so you're fully caught up on everything that's been happening so far this weekend. All I ask in return is for you guys to hit the like button and subscribe. You can see here on the screen, Saudi Arabia, a pipeline has opened a pipeline that avoids the Strait of Hormuz and is now pumping 7 million barrels of oil per day, which is its full capacity. And Polymarket has now updated their betting odds for the Strait of Hormuz. Will 28% likely that it'll be opened by the end of April. Then you have Australia is forced to order emergency fuel from the United States for the first time in decades as the global oil crisis disrupts supplies. You have Iran guards threaten to hit United States universities in the Middle East. You have 4 times B-2 bombers had successfully done an operation in Iran last night. They are on their way back to Whitman Air Base in Missouri, and we will likely find out the repercussions of or what that actual operation was sometime tomorrow on Sunday or maybe on Monday. Then you've got a new letter that was sent out to Marines. Dear Marines, our nation is in a consequential moment. Global events are shaping our nation's security and we must be ready. I ask you directly, are you truly ready to deploy, fight, and win? Are your skills sharp, your standards high, and your gear prepared for immediate movement? Is your desert Marpat readily available? Is your gear packed and ready to be picked up and moved, or is it stored away in a corner of your home? Are your family's affairs in order? When the call comes, readiness will be assumed, not questioned. Your readiness is not a declaration, it is a daily commitment. I mean, that's a pretty to the point, without skipping a beat letter for the Marines. It seems like boots on the ground in Iran is going to start very soon or increase.
So the Middle East will be transformed, and the future of that region is never, I don't think it's ever looked brighter. You couldn't have, you know, we did the Abraham Accords. I hope you're going to be getting into the Abraham Accords finally. Yeah, so will you please go back and explain? It's time now. You know, Mohammed said, oh, yes, as soon as we do this, as soon as we do that. I said, Mohammed, we did that. Oh, yes, but we have a couple of other things. It's now time. We've now taken them out, and they are out bigly. We got to get into the Abraham Accords, and we hope all of the countries are going to be in the Abraham Accords. Now, we have some very brave countries that did it, you know, years ago. They went in, and you know who they are, the 4, the early 4. And they did a great thing in doing it, and it was great for them also economically, but it was a great thing that they did it. But I think all the Middle Eastern countries are going to be joining now. And in some cases, I would say all the Middle Eastern countries and beyond. You have people not in the Middle East that want to be members. You'll be seeing that soon.
Wow. I mean, that's a pretty huge update by President Trump. Then you've got this audio clip where a IRGC agent was warning a vessel in the Strait of Hormuz, soon to be renamed the Strait of Trump. You are not allowed to pass through this strait. If you disobey, you will be destroyed.
Serious warning. This is serious warning. This is serious warning. Hormuz Strait is closed and pass from that is forbidden. You are not allowed to pass from Hormuz Strait. You are ordered to go back to your departure immediately. Ordered to go back to your departure immediately. If you disobey, you will be destroyed. If you disobey, you will be destroyed. Captain, you are running danger. Don't put your life in danger. This is the Navy out.
Always said we help NATO, but they'll never help us. And if the big one ever happened, and I don't think it will, But if the big one ever happened, I guarantee you they wouldn't be there. And we learned from that. And remember what I said, because they made a big mistake. They were not there. The Chancellor of Germany, these are all friends of mine, Friedrich.
Mr. President, the Pentagon announced that it would be accepting a Qatari jet to be used as Air Force One.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know, you to get out of here. What does this have to do with the Qatari jet? They're giving the United States Air Force a jet, okay? And it's a great thing. We're talking about a lot of other things. It's NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are a real, you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But for you to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force, which is a very nice thing, they also gave $5.1 trillion worth of investment in addition to the jet. Go back, you ought to go back to your studio at NBC, because Brian Roberts and the people that run that place, they ought to be investigated. They are so terrible the way you run that network, and you're a disgrace. No more questions from you. Go ahead. Go ahead, talk about that. His name is Peter something. He's a terrible reporter.
Quiet, piggy. I mean, you got to give credit to President Trump. He doesn't mess around, doesn't take shit from anybody.
And for the very first time, we agreed to sell Saudi Arabia perhaps the most capable fighter jet ever built, the F-35. The F-35 is amazing. And we sell them very sparingly. We don't want other people to have them. I'm confident that this partnership and so many others around the world will continue to grow and thrive, because under President Trump, America once again fights and competes for one thing: we fight to win.
Mr. Secretary, are you going to ask G7 to help with the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, it's in their interest to help. The other countries get far more of their fuel from there than we do. So.
But what kind of help are you going to ask? Is it wine sweepers, naval help?
Well, those specifics, I'll leave it to the Department of War as to exactly what, but it's in their interest. It's in their national interest.
Do you think President Trump criticizing NATO this morning, that sentiment?
I think he just made an observation, and the observation is that the United States is constantly being asked to help in a war, and we have more than any other country in the world, on a war that's happening in another continent, in Ukraine. But when the U.S. had a need, he didn't get proper positive responses. So right now he's just making the observation that, I think there was a couple of the leaders in Europe who said that this was not Europe's war. Well, Ukraine is not America's war, and yet we've contributed more to that fight than any other country in the world. So it'll be something to examine. The president will have to take into account down the road.
Then we got to take a look at this viral clip where President Trump apparently is mocking Saudi Arabia's crown prince bin Salman for kissing his ass. Let's have a look.
He didn't think this was going to happen. He didn't think he'd be kissing my ass. He really didn't. He thought he'd
He
be
actually said it.
just another American president that was a loser, where the country was going downhill. But now he has to be nice to me. You tell him he better be nice to me. He's got to be. But it was really something
Hey, man, you got to give credit to Trump. At least he's consistent. He's always talked this way, right? Some people like it, some people don't, but he's always been like this.
The Democrats are not going to win this election. The Republicans are going to lose it. There's a difference between not winning and losing, okay? The Democrats can't not win this because of all this that's going on. But that's kind of...
The Democrats can't not win this?
Not the
Democrats?
Not the midterms.
They've invented ways
not
to
the
lose.
midterms. Okay. Not the midterms.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure Barack Obama was polling the same at his midterms to what Trump is right now. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I think President Trump is on track. Some people agree with what he's doing, some people don't, but he's making America better and he's making the world safer. And that's what he promised the American people.
Every morning when I get up, I reach for my phone to look at the headlines of the day. And for some time now, I start every morning depressed about the latest outrage from our would-be king. I mean, it's amazing. Every fucking day, there's something new and crazy. But it's different on this day, Because all over the country, in cities and towns and factories and on farms, north, south, east, west, millions of us are coming together to declare no kings. It is indeed a beautiful, hopeful day in the United States of America. And you, Minnesota, are at the epicenter. It is your courage and your commitment that have inspired all of us. You have shown the power of nonviolent protest. You have shown bravery in the face of armed attack by government thugs. And you stood together and ran them out of town. Toast yourselves, pat yourselves on the back, take a bow, but don't take a break. Because today and everything that has gone before is just a start, a rehearsal for the big show that's coming. You know, the arrogant would-be king is absolutely scared to death about losing his power and will do everything he can to hold on to it without...
This guy's such an idiot. What do you mean a would-be king? Oh, my goodness. Anyways, De Niro has such Trump derangement syndrome that you can see him here right at the front of the No Kings protest today. There are no kings, you idiots. Not in America. You know what the funny part about this is? Most of these people here are so anti-Trump, and they're pretty much all like, let's just say pro-Canada. Like, yay, Canada's just so much better. Like, that's what a lot of lefties think. That's why Canada's a progressive shithole. Which is funny because Canada literally has a fucking king. So these peoples are saying no kings in America where there are no kings. Most of them would say, Canada, we're going to flee to Canada because Trump is president or whatever. And Canada has a literal king. It doesn't make any sense. These people are retarded. Are you allowed to say that? They're dumb. They're dumb. They're dumb. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that's the video. Thanks for watching it with me if you made it this far. I love laughing at these idiots. I hope to see you again here another time soon so we can laugh again. Hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Enjoy your weekend.